Hi everyone, it's me Mel. Thanks for joining me again. Yeah, this weekend's been quite a tough weekend for me. I've still been having a lot of issues with my health, and yeah, I'm hoping to make some phone calls and things next week, just to try and push things along really. I'm just struggling right now, being honest. Yeah, it's been really difficult. But yeah, as always, I try to remain as positive as I can, but yeah, on some days it can be a lot harder to be that way. So yeah, just wanted to keep it real for you guys that it's okay to struggle, and it's okay to admit it. I'm just being honest. So yeah, I just wanted to carry on from my last video. I've had a lot of messages since I did that video, and I just want to say thank you to you all. It was very difficult for me to talk about. It's something that I wanted to talk about for a little while, and yeah, I decided that was the right time to do it. So yeah, I just want to say thank you for the lovely messages. I think people could tell that it was very difficult, but they said a lot of messages have said you've shown a lot of courage by talking about something that's very painful. But yeah, I only touched upon it lightly, and to hear them messages, yeah, it just means the world. So I just want to say thank you so much. Yeah, today's video is just going to be a short one, just a little follow-on video, yeah, from the last one that I did. But yeah, where I left off was talking about my time living with my dad's wife. We had a very difficult relationship, and yeah, things did get worse after my dad passed away when I was 10. I think it was the fact that my dad wasn't around anymore. He wasn't really spoken about much after, which yeah, is pretty sad. I don't know why that was. Obviously I still was thinking about my dad, but yeah, I didn't really sort of gauge that from his wife really. There'd be times when I'd see her upset and she'd be crying, but yeah, we didn't really speak too much about what had happened with Dad and his illness and things like that. And yeah, I did have a little bit of support. I think I spoke about it in one of my earlier videos. I went to have some group counselling with an organisation called Chums and Barneys. I think they're just called Chums now. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll put the name in the description below. But yeah, I did have a little bit of help from them, and I do remember it being quite helpful. It was, like I said, a group setting. It wasn't one-to-one or anything. But yeah, it was nice to meet other young people that had experienced loss as well. And yeah, like I said, I found it quite beneficial from what I can remember. I do remember one of the activities actually that I did, and it was different coloured sand, and you had a jar and you would fill it with a different colour sand to represent different things about the person that you'd lost. So I don't know if that's any help to any person out there that's got any children or young people, and you want to do that sort of activity. I don't know if that would be any help, but I do remember doing that. And yeah, it was good. I've always loved the colour yellow, and yeah, I remember choosing that colour, but different shades of it, because I always remember my dad to be smiley and warm, and he just reminded me of the sunshine. It's funny what you remember from being that young, but yeah, I always remember that. So yeah, I'm not sure if that's any help. But yeah, like I said, I had that little bit of support from that organisation, and yeah, it was around about 11 that I think I said in my other video that I tried to reach out to my paternal family and try and explain what had been going on. And yeah, the long and short of it, like I said in my other videos, I don't want to go into too much detail. I'm just a bit wary about who's going to be watching. But yeah, they did try to get residency, rights, and yeah, the long and short of it is it was thrown out of court, and yeah, I decided to go back and live with my dad's wife. I've had someone quite recently actually ask me why I went back with someone that had abused me, And yeah, the only answer I have for it is the fact that I was settled somewhat at school. Yeah, I did mess about, but I think all kids go through that anyway. But yeah, not as an excuse, but everything that had gone on, with losing my dad, my mum, not processing it all. I did mess around a lot at school, but I had a really close set of girlfriends, and yeah, I was close with some of their families as well, had some support there. And yeah, that was my only reason for going back, being honest. And being at that age as well, I was just very confused by everything. I tried to speak out about something, and like I said, I wasn't listened to, I wasn't heard. And yeah, obviously looking back now, I'm annoyed. I'm very angry still about it, because of this woman. I've literally lost everyone. I've said, before, that the only family I have are my little boys, my partner's family, and this set of girls that I have. And I'm very lucky to have them. I've got a lot of other separate friends and people that I've met along the way through work. You know who you are. I've just had a lot of support over the years, but I've had to create my own little family. And yeah, obviously it does make me sad. I don't have any contact with my family. And yeah, it's all because of what's happened, many years ago. But it's something that they can't get over. The fact that I didn't choose to go with them. Things happened before I went to live in the children's home as well, with the family friend that I went to stay with. There was again, issues with my dad's family. And yeah, I just feel very sad, that it's ended that way. But as a lot of people have said to me over the years, not just people that know me, but people that don't, and I've told them a little bit about my time living with my dad's wife. They've said, you were a little girl and you'd been through something very traumatic, and yeah, it continued to be that way, from the minute we got there, and then some years later, after my dad died, it was still continuing. And yeah, I just feel very let down by a lot of people, and even the authorities. That's why I'm wary of adults, because I just feel very let down. That's all I can say about it. Or I wish that I had been listened to, but it's done with now, somewhat. There still are a lot of issues. Like I said before, this woman does still live within the area that I'm in. It's not very often that I do see her, but yeah, she likes to play a lot of mind games, and she has done that over the years. But one thing, that is still very hurtful to me is the fact that I've never received anything from this woman. Any belongings, from my mum and dad, have kind of trickled to me. The only thing I've come out with, is a few photos. A few years back I got some of my mum's jewellery, which was nice. It was as I say, it was nice, but to me, I'm very much about sentimental things that, have good memories. But yeah, this probably isn't a very good memory, but to me it means a lot. It was actually the rings that my mum was wearing when she passed away, and my dad had wrote on there, for Melissa. I know I've not said that actually, my full name is Melissa, but it said for Melissa, and the date that my mum had passed away on it, and it was my dad's writing. So yeah, I've kept that, and I wear the rings on special occasions. But like I said, I only got them a few years ago. But like I've said before, my dad literally packed up our whole family home and moved in with this woman, and yeah, a lot of years have passed now, and I don't know how much he's kept hold of, but yeah, I haven't got hardly anything to remember my parents by. So yeah, I do, I find that quite upsetting. you know, and the only thing I've taken away from it is, you know, obviously I've got my little boys and I'm all about making memories, taking photos, writing things down for them, you know, and yeah, I'll just continue doing that, you know. I just make an extra effort now to, yeah, just keep everything, you know, not literally everything, but yeah, I'm not a hoarder, but I do, yeah, I do keep a lot of the keepsakes from when they were little, you know, and yeah, even some of the things that I've got from when I, you know, was little, such as the teddy that I used to have when I was first born. I still have got that, and my eldest, he sees it quite often, and he says, "Is that yours?" So yeah, it's just the little things really, and that's what I need to hold on to. But yeah, I just, you know, I don't want to kind of make it all about her, but I kind of needed to talk about this, I guess, because it does eat me up inside. You know, the fact that it's not about money, but it's more about the personal possessions, you know. But the fact that over the years, you know, she said to me, you know, your dad didn't leave you anything, and I just really struggle with that. I just struggle to believe it. You know, apparently he left things for his siblings, but he didn't leave anything for his only daughter. And yeah, I've tried over the years to, you know, investigate it somewhat, but yeah, she's made it very, very difficult. And yeah, I just feel like I just haven't got the fight left in me anymore, to sort of deal with this woman. It's just, yeah, it's just not worth it. So yeah, I'll just continue doing what I'm doing, and yeah, hopefully she's just cracking on with whatever she's doing. But yeah, like I said, I didn't want to make it too much about her and obviously come across as like a, you know, an angry person, but I think people can appreciate why I am very angered by the situation and very hurt by it. But yeah, we'll just have to leave it as that, you know, and see what happens. What will be, will be. But yeah, I just wanted to finish with something that I read. Obviously I do like to read little passages and quotes and things like that, and this one I thought was quite a powerful thing, but yeah, maybe someone needs to hear it right now. So it's called Trauma Permanently Changes Us, and it says, this is a big scary truth about trauma. There's no such thing as getting over it. Like the 5 stages of grief model marks universal stages in learning to accept loss, but the reality is there's no such thing. A major life disruption leaves a new normal in its wake. There is no back to the old me. You are different now, full stop. This is not a wholly negative thing. Healing from trauma can also mean finding new strength and joy. The goal of healing is not a papering over of changes in an effort to preserve or present things as normal. It is to acknowledge and wear your new life, warts, wisdom, and all with courage. And yeah, I just found it really powerful. You know, it just speaks a lot of truth, regardless of, you know, what's happened, you know, or what you're going through right now. You know, you're just one strong person, you know, and yeah, you will find the ways to get through it, you know, and somewhat heal, but it is very much a part of you now. I know that's just me being honest. You know, all these years later, for me, yeah, I'm still struggling with it, and yeah, I've just come to accept that now. That's just the way life is going to be. But like I said, the positive, you know, not to end on a negative, the positive that has come out of it, for me, is knowing that I will never subject my children to that. I will never put them through that, because yeah, I know what it feels like. And for me, I know it's quite a sad thing to say, but I almost wish I did have a sibling, because it wasn't just me. And yeah, I do wish that I did have a sibling and someone else could have taken some of the brunt of it, because yeah, it wasn't nice, you know. And yeah, to be able to have that shared experience would probably made it a little bit easier for me right now, instead of having it all on my shoulders. And you know, that's just my way of looking at it. It's probably not a nice thing to end on really, but I'm just keeping it real. And yeah, I hope you guys yeah, can see that. But yeah, as always, if you like watching my videos, then please give me a thumbs up. And yeah, please subscribe to my channel, keep sharing my videos, and yeah, just remember to keep real. And sorry, I just wanted to end actually and say that I forgot to mention on my last video two Instagram accounts that have really helped me are PTSD Survivor Guide and Healing from PTSD. So yeah, I'd urge you to check them out if that is something that you're dealing with right now. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Bye guys.